Hello and welcome. This is a USPA Polo Development LLC video series from a club development program called Outside the Boards. We thought a video series would be the best way to show you ideas and concepts outside the boards focused on generating revenue and sustainability for your polo club. What is outside the boards? It is everything off the playing field. It is sponsorship, marketing, PR, special events, venue prep, and more. After working behind the scenes, boots on the ground, at 9 different polo clubs and horse show venues, I've seen what works and have come up with 30+ suggestions aimed at making more money, finding more members, and attracting more spectators. When you look at your club's opening and closing ceremonies, the Sunday charity events, and the overall picture of your polo venue, it is obvious that there's a lot more going on. You are more than a polo club. You are a community. A town square that comes together to sing the national anthem, raise money for kids with cancer, you create jobs, and you give a junior player a chance to play in front of a crowd. You are a vital link for many lives. You are a lifestyle. It is our goal at Club Development to help you succeed, because if you fail, the sport of polo fails. Now let's get started. More money, more members, and more spectators is what everybody asks me for when I go for a club consult. So I have 3 concepts I'm going to talk to you today about: Google Story, Exit Flyer, and Money Shot. These are 3 concepts that I came up with as I worked behind the scenes. The first one is called Google Story. So I'm sitting in the office in New York working for one of the clubs, and the phone rings. And it's a young man on the other end. And basically he's asking me, do I have a large venue that can hold a lot of people, that has grass and no ants? Absolutely. He wanted to rent our venue for 4 or 5 hours. He wanted to bring his employees of his corporation and have a picnic. They wanted to pay $1 a person, and the name of the company was Google. And the number of people they wanted to bring was 10,000. So for 4 or 5 hours, he wanted to pay us $10,000. So it makes sense, doesn't it, to Google the top 10 largest employers in your club's area, and to Google the top 10 business headquarters in your club's area. So you could call them and ask them if they wanted to have a company picnic. To teach 100 lessons for $100 is $10,000, and it's a hard way to make $10,000. I would rather unlock the gate and let in a company that wants to have a picnic for 4 or 5 hours and make $10,000. Or you could call the soccer people, or you could call the wedding planners, or you could call Barrett Jackson and see if they want to come have a car auction. Then Chris Bowman had me call Tom Goodspeed. He was he was starting managing the Irving Polo Club, and she wanted me to see how I could help him. So I applied the same theory to his club. I called it Googling your foundations and resources. So here's the first one, your foundations. Your foundations are basically your zip code, your population, your county, your mayor, and your chamber of commerce. You can see that Tom in his area had 8,500 members. The annual fee was $395, and they also had an e-calendar. So for $400, you had the possibility of 8,500 people knowing you have Sunday polo because they're looking at the calendar. So that's a really great lead for possible new members and spectators. You can also do your climate. It's nice to know the wettest month is May. Maybe you don't plan any events until June. Then here's his resources. I wanted to know who were the top local charities, who were the top 10 employers, the top highest paid professionals, the top business headquarters, etc. So these were the results. The top local charities. The first one on the list is the Junior League with 5,000 members. Well, this is substantial. It's my understanding that women are the largest growing demographic for polo, so this would be a great group, here's the phone number, to call and see if they wanted to have a charity event, they wanted to do a lunch and learn, Maybe you go to their meetings and do a demonstration. Maybe you bring a horse to one of their luncheons and do a demonstration in the parking lot, just a walk around demonstration. You can go down this list and your ideas will start flooding as to what the possibilities are. The top 10 employers, here we have Citigroup, that's substantial, Allstate, Neiman Marcus, Zale. Maybe Zale wants to come out and have an employee or a customer appreciation day, and they can supply all the watches for your winners. The top highest paid professionals. It was interesting to know that dentists, 1,300 of them, made $204,000 annually. So this would be a good group to approach for perhaps weekend warrior leasing horses. They may not come out every day to play polo, but they could certainly come on the weekends. Going down the list, it's just good to know what your community has as far as what everyone's making and how many there are. The business headquarters, the same idea, La Quinta, you have Exxon here. One thing that Tom was interested in was juniors. So he was happy to see that Boy Scouts of America's headquarters were in Irving. Perhaps he could approach them with doing a merit badge. Moving on, we have, I like to make a list of events that are happening in the community, just in case you want to become part of the film festival, or the music festival could now have a polo match associated with it, or the salsa festival. Schools are good to know, private and public. Call the herd is a concept I'll talk more about later, but it's basically where people have been selected and put in a separate group. They've been selected out from the herd, put into a group, and it's called a country club. So a country club can offer golf, tennis, dining, swimming, and also polo as another amenity. Summer camp, maybe they want to teach polo lessons in addition to swim lessons. It's always good to see what free event calendars are on the web, what kids organizations are around. Maybe Big Dog Youth Organization wants to have a charity event. And it's always great to have a list of all the press that are in your area or in your zip code. Again, I use the zip code and I just Google these things. I do like to know who the notable people are. It would be pretty fun to teach a polo lesson to Frank Beard, the drummer for ZZ Top, and call all of your press and tell them you're doing it, and maybe you'll get some coverage. You've got some football players, baseball players, an Olympic sprinter. Here's a former Texas Secretary of State, and the CEO of Exxon. All of these people can do a coin toss or toss out the first ball or be a VIP. Here is the web address that I go to get the salaries for the top highest paid professionals within your zip code. All right, moving on, we have exit flyer. It just kills me that you guys do such a good job of getting all these people to your polo venue. They arrive, they enjoy it, they get all excited about polo, and then they leave with nothing. So my suggestion is that you hand them an exit flyer. You hand them something that brings them back, either with a polo lesson or with your schedule. It could be something like this, which is a rack card, schedule on one side, polo lesson on the other. This was, I did this for the Lexington Polo Club, and I think Jorge got 23 lessons from it. Money shot. The trophy ceremony photo is your money shot. This is the photo that gets broadcasted in the Blue Book. It gets put in all your PR, Facebook, websites. They send it out to their friends. They get it framed and hang it on their wall. It's amazing how many that don't have their name on the photo. Somehow, some way, put some signage in the photo that has your name on it. It's Helen of Troy. There's no doubt in my mind that was a team sponsor. This is an incredible money shot. In 2009, I helped coordinate the Nations Cup at the Winter Equestrian Festival. These are 38 people from 8 different countries that competed. You have Torchy, you have Ian Miller. Here's the American team with George Morris. And this will always have Palm Beach International Equestrian Center in this photo. They would be very smart to text this to everyone, send it to them so they put it up on their Facebook page, and it's free PR. This is a great photo from Empire Polo. You have your beauty queen in a red dress, Team USPA kid, you even have the dog. This is a great photo that they did. Part of owning a club is helping your sponsors look their best. I think this is a better way to give out trophies, and if you can give them a 4-second little course on facing the camera and buttoning their jacket, that would be helpful. This is another great money shot idea. IPC does it. They put out the red carpet and they've ordered a step and repeat. A colored step and repeat is better than a white one. The camera likes the color better. This is they made this one out of wood, so that's a good version. This you can see is a metal version that you can buy. This is the Lexington Polo Club, obviously. I know you guys are out in the middle of nowhere, so making sure that it's locked down from the wind is good. They just use these concrete umbrella stands, and this is the result. And once you crop that in, that's their money shot. You can still see that it's the Lexington Polo Club. You can definitely see Audi of Lexington. It's great. It's just over head height, which is very important. That must be their sponsor. This is terrific. You know this is in the Flying H in Bighorn. You know Bighorn Smokehouse and Saloon is the sponsor of the MVP. Great way to hand out the trophy. I mean, shaking his hand. I might get rid of the cup on the table, but that's great. So that was just a quick showing of 3 ideas, 3 concepts. You Google your resources and foundations. You Google the ideas of things that are in your community that you can call on, that might want to have a corporate picnic, that might want to come and take a polo lesson or be a weekend warrior like the dentists are, or the junior league. Then the exit flyer. It's really great. You get all these people to your venue. It'd be smart to hand them something to bring them back. Then on your money shot, I just think it's a super idea to always have your name in it. You never know where that photo is going to end up, and you always want credit. You're the one that pays the lease on your field or pays your property taxes and mows it, does all the work. You should get a little credit. Okay, that's it. This is the first of a series. I'll be doing more, but thank you so much for watching, and thank you from USPA Polo Development LLC, Club Development Outside the Boards.